Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you to my channel Simplifying Business Studies. Myself Kashish Salwani, your business studies teacher. I'm here with part 4 of class 12, chapter number 5, organizing. So we have covered 3 sessions of this chapter so far. We have included topics like what is organizing, what is the process of organizing, and also importance of organizing. So if you are looking for the links of these topics, you can have it in the description box below. Before I go forward, I would like to request you all to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to share it with all your friends if you actually like it. So let's go ahead. So this is the content of this chapter, which I have already shared in previous videos also. So in this particular session, we will understand what is functional and divisional structure. This topic is under the category of organizational structure. So we will first understand what is organizational structure, and then we will understand these types. So let's first understand what is the meaning of organizational structure. So when a manager perform organizing functions in an organization, organizational structure gets created automatically. When he defines different kind of job positions, when he provide authority to people, when he give responsibility to different employees, so this kind of hierarchy, this kind of structure creates by itself. So the one who is having the lowest authority will be at the lowest level, and above that the people who have the ability, who have the authority to order these people, will be on the above section of this hierarchy. Similarly, the whole structure can be formulated as per the relationship between these employees, which is depending upon what authority they hold. So organizational structure can be defined as a network of job positions, responsibilities, and authorities at different levels. Or we can say it is just a framework within which the managerial and operational tasks are performed. So let's now see what is there on your screen. It seeks to establish relations among all the persons working in an organization. So organizational structure actually, it tells what is the relationship between all the people in an organization. Not everyone can be on the same level. So this defines that what level people are working on. Under the organizational structure, various posts are created to perform different activities for the attainment of the objectives of an enterprise. So yes, different posts are created, uh, different kind of authorities given to different posts. So the one definitely on the lower level will be ordered by the one on the higher level. So this defines different levels, and definitely the hierarchy is maintained. Relations are determined among persons working on different posts. So yes, there are relationships which are maintained. The one who is working on an above level is called a superior, and the one who takes order from the superior is called subordinate. So these are the relationship which determines what authority they will hold and what are their responsibilities, and also who will take orders from whom. So the structure provides a basis or the framework for the managers and other employees for performing their function. So this structure basically provides the whole framework within which all the managerial and operational tasks are performed. This is what is written here. The organizational structure can be defined as the framework within which managerial and operating tasks are performed. Now let's understand what is the meaning of span of management and what is its relationship with organizational structure. So span of management refers to the number of subordinates that can be effectively managed by one superior. For example, if I am your manager and I have 20 people in my team which I need to take care as a manager, then my span of management is 20. Okay, and my superior, he is having 50 people like me who are working for him. So for him, his span of management is 50 managers. Now again, every manager who is working on a similar position like me, they all have 20 people under them. So their span of management will be 20 like mine. So span of management to a large extent gives shapes to an organizational structure. Definitely, this is one thing which creates the whole levels in an organization, and it gives the shape to this organizational structure. This determines the level of management in the structure. Narrow span of management result in tall structure, whereas wider span of management results in a flat structure. For example, let's suppose every manager has two people under him. So like the one who is on the top level, he will have two people under him. Every person will have two people under them. So this will create a very tall structure. So when there is narrow span of management, when I say narrow, that means fewer people under any subordinate, any superior. So that means fewer subordinates under one superior will create a tall structure. On the other hand, wider span of management, like the span of management I was talking about, every manager has 50 people under him or 20 people under him. So it is a wide span of management. So it will result in a flat structure. It will not create a tall structure, but it will create a wide and a flat structure. So this is one chart. Here you can see a flat structure. You can see a CEO. Under that, the CEO is there. CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer, and COO stands for Chief Operating Officer in an organization. These are the top level management people, and the COO is having this span of management. So it is a flat structure. I hope now you understand what I explained in the previous slide. So this is one example, one very basic example of an organization where there are these many people, and every person is headed by one another. So this creates a whole hierarchy in an organization. So let's first understand what is functional structure. So in functional structure, activities are grouped and departments are created on the basis of specific functions to be performed in an organization. So I have just explained this in previous session also. Functions, that means if an organization takes care of three different functions, let's suppose purchase, production and sales. So these three functions will be responsible for creating three departments in the organization. There will be a purchase department, there will be a production department, and there will be a sales or marketing department. So this is what the functional structure is. For example, all the jobs related to production are grouped under production department. Sales related jobs are under sales department. So this is how we create a structure which is based on functions in an organization, functions performed in an organization, I can say. So suitability, what are those firms where this kind of structure is suitable? This is suitable for the organization which are creating only like one line of product. There is not like many product a company is manufacturing, but yes, there is one product they are dealing in. For example, if there is a company which creates only one product, that can be let's say yummy biscuit, and it is a very popular brand. So this kind of organization which has only one product, they cannot have like different departments on some other basis. They have to have their departments on the basis of functions it performs. So it can be again purchase department, production department, finance department, marketing department, HR department. So this is as per the requirement of the organization. So organization which requires high degree of functional specialization with diversified activities. So in purchase department, all the work related to purchase will be taken care of. In marketing department, all the work related to marketing will be taken care of. So yes, this kind of structure brings in high degree of specialization. So this is one advantage. If it is sought by an organization, they can go for a functional structure. So this is one example of functional structure where there is a general manager and he has 4 different departments under him. One is human resource, another is purchase, production and marketing. All these are different functions which are performed by this particular organization. Children, we have reached the end of this video. I am sure this content has been useful to all of you. It is understood by all of you. If you have doubts, you can reach me through this email or the comment box of this video. Hope you have a good time watching my video. Thank you so much.